Good morning children, welcome back to maths class. In the last class we discussed about the general form of a quadratic equation and how to represent the different situation in as a form of a quadratic equation. Today we will start the next topic, that is how to find solution of a quadratic equation. There are three methods to find the solution of a quadratic equation. First one is factorization method. Factorization method. The second one is completing the square method. Completing the square. And the third method is using formula. Using a formula. So out of these three methods, this year you are learning only two methods. Factorization method and formula method. Completing the square method is eliminated from your syllabus. So here to find solution for by factorization method, already you know how to factorize a quadratic polynomial. Last year you have already learned. So if 3x plus 5 is a linear polynomial, to find the 0 of the polynomial, we will equate 3x plus 5 equal to 0. 3x is equal to minus 5. X is equal to minus 5 by 3. So we'll say minus 5 by 3 is the 0 of the polynomial. And we already learned that for a linear polynomial, maximum 1 0. 0 means the value for x which satisfies the equation. And we learned that for a quadratic polynomial, x square plus 2x plus 5, maximum 2 zeros are there, as the degree is 2 zeros. And for a cubic polynomial, 3 zeros. And this year we are learning how to find the solution of a quadratic equation. For quadratic equation, instead of 0, we will say roots of the quadratic equation. Roots. Roots and zeros are same. So for a quadratic equation, there are 2 zeros or 2 roots. So first one is factorization method. We'll see how to find the roots of the quadratic equation by factorization method. Factorization method. So we'll start exercise 10.2. First question. Find the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization. In that, first question, x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. If you write x square minus 3x minus 10, it is a quadratic polynomial. How to factorize? You already had learned. So now we will see here product is minus 10. We will represent product as PQ as minus 10 and sum as P plus Q minus 3. P plus Q is equal to minus 3. So we will select two numbers in such a way that product of the two number will be minus 10, and when we add the same number we will get minus 3. So here 5 into 2 is 10 and 5 minus 2 is 3. But we want to get minus 3. So minus 5 into 3. So minus 5 into 2 minus 10 and minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3. So the two numbers are minus 5 and plus 2. So we will write here, first term we will write as it is. Minus 3 we will write in terms of minus 5 and 2. So minus 5 variable as it is we will write plus 2x. Last term as it is we will write is equal to 0. So first and last term we will write as it is. Middle term, that is coefficient of x, we will write in terms of other two numbers which satisfies product minus 10 and sum minus 3. So here now we will take common from these two numbers and from here. So first two number, x is the common factor. So 1x will remain here minus 5. Here 2 is the common factor. X minus 2 into 5 is 10 is equal to 0. Now x minus 5 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. We will get two factors. Each factor we will equate to 0. X minus 5 is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to minus 5 when we add to 0, we'll get 5. So 1 root is 5. And the other factor x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to minus 2. Therefore, the two roots of this quadratic equation are 5 and minus 2. Two roots or two zeros of the quadratic equation are 5 and minus. Second question is 2x square plus x minus 6 equals 0. So in this case, we will write the product PQ as not only minus 6, 2 into minus 6. Coefficient of x square also we will multiply with the last constant. That is product is minus 12 and sum is coefficient of x, that is 1. So when we multiply 4 into minus 3, we will get minus 12 and 4 plus minus 3, we will get 1. So now we will write first term and last term we will write as it is. Middle term, that is coefficient of x, we will split it as 4x minus 3x and 6 equals 0. Now we will take common from these two numbers. 2x is common, x plus 2. 2x into x is 4x. Minus sign is common and 3 also common. X plus 2. So if you write plus only, minus 3 into plus 2 becomes minus 6. Now these two terms are same. So that we will write in one bracket. The remaining terms in another bracket. So we got two factors. So each factor we will equate to 0. We will get x is equal to minus 2. And here 2x minus 3 equals 0. 2x equals 3. X equals 3 by 2. Therefore, the roots of the quadratic equation are minus 2 and 3 by 2 are the roots. Third question, root 2 x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 equals 0. So now here the product is PQ equals 5 root 2 is the constant number and the coefficient of x square is root 2. So both we will multiply. Root 2 into root 2 is 2, 5 into 2, 10. And sum is 7. So which two number when we multiply 10 and the same number when we add 7. That is 5 into 2, 10, 5 plus 2, 7. So here we will write root 2 x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 5 root 2 equals 0. Now we have to take common from root 2 and 5. There is no common factor. So if we want, we can rearrange these two terms. So we will write root 2 x square plus 2x then 5x then 5 root 2 is equal to 0. Otherwise, we have to take only x common. Now here, root 2 and 2. What is common in root 2 and 2? We know that 2 is the product of root 2 and root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. So from this, 1 root 2 we will take common and 1x also we will take it outside. Remaining here 1x and remaining here root 2. That is 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2. From these two terms, 1 root 2x will be outside. 1x will remain in the first term and here only root 2 will remain. Plus here common number is 5. So x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Now root 2x plus 5 in one bracket. Another bracket x plus root 2. These are the two factors. Each factor we will equate to 0. Root 2x is equal to minus 5. X is equal to minus 5 by root 2. And the second factor x plus root 2 equals 0. X equals minus root 2. Therefore, the zeros of this quadratic equation are minus root 2 and minus 5 by root 2. Fourth question. 2x square minus x plus 1 by 8 is equal to 0. Here the constant is a fraction. So we will change this fraction by taking LCM. So 8 is the LCM. So 8 2s are 16x square minus 8x plus 1 is equal to 0. We will cross multiply 8 to the right side. We will get 16x square minus 8x plus 1. 8 into 0, 0. So now it is in the correct format. So now we can see PQ and P plus Q. Product is 16 into 1, 16 and sum is minus 8. So which two number when you multiply you will get 16 and sum is minus 8. So here 4 4s are 16, 4 plus 4, 8. But we want minus 8. So minus 4 into minus 4 is plus 16. Minus 4 plus minus 4 is minus 8. So we will write minus 8 as minus 4x. Last term 1 as it is. Now we will take common from first two terms. 4x is common. 4 4s are 16 and 1x. Here already 4x is taken outside. So 1 will remain. Here minus and here plus sign comes. We have to take minus sign outside because minus into minus plus. So 1 minus sign will take it outside. Remain, and what is common here? No common factor means 1 we have to write. Here 4x, 1 minus sign left over into 1. So whenever minus plus comes, we have to take minus sign outside, and inside the bracket it will be again minus. Minus into minus plus. Now 4x minus 1 into 4x minus 1. That is same factor we will get. So 4x minus 1 equals 0. 4x is equal to 1. X is 1 by 4. The same way the other root is also same. Both the roots are equal here. X is equal to 1 by 4. So the two roots are 1 by 4 and 1 by 4. Second sum. Solve the problems given in example 1. Example 1 in page number 20. Represent the following situation mathematically. So here we have to solve this one. There are two questions. First question. John and Jeevanti together have 45 marbles. Both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the number of marbles they now have is 124. We would like to find out how many marbles they had to start with. So John and Jeevanti together have 45 marbles. So total number of marbles. First question. Total number of marbles. 45. And here both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the number of marbles they now have is 124. So we don't know totally 45 marbles. How many marbles with John and how many marbles with Jeevanti we don't know. So we will write, let the number of marbles with John equals x. X we will write. Therefore, number of marbles with Jeevanti equals totally 45 marbles. John having x marbles. So how many marbles she will have? 45 minus x. And both of them lost 5 marbles each. That means number of marbles with John. After losing 5 marbles, number of marbles with John equals, he is having x marbles in the beginning. Now he lost 5. So x minus 5 marbles he is having. And number of marbles with Jeevanti. She was having 45 minus x marbles. Now she lost 5 marbles. So 45 minus x minus 5. So 45 minus 5 is 40. 40 minus x. After losing 5 marbles, John will have x minus 5 marbles and Jeevanti will have 40 minus x marbles. And it is given that the product of the marbles, now they have 124. So John is having x minus 5 marbles and Jeevanti is having 40 minus x marbles. Product is 124. How many marbles they had to start with? So now we will find the product. X into 40, 40x. X into minus x, x square. Minus 5 into 40, 200. Minus 5 into minus x plus 5x is equal to 124. Now here minus x square, 40x plus 5x, 45x minus 200 minus 124 is equal to 0. Now minus x square plus 45x minus 324 is equal to 0. Now the equation starting with minus sign, we have to change the sign. The first term should be always positive. So throughout we will multiply with a minus 1. So here the equation becomes, already we have equation minus x square plus 45x minus 324 is equal to 0. Now we will change the sign. We cannot change only one term. So throughout the equation we will multiply with a minus 1 or minus sign. So that minus into minus becomes plus x square, minus into plus minus 45x and minus into minus plus 324. So we got a quadratic equation. Here product is 324 and sum is minus 45. So to find these factors 324 and 45, which two number? So directly it is difficult to find. We will factorize it. 324 we will factorize. With 2 we will start. 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12, 2 2s are 4. Again 2 81. Again 3 27, 3 9, 3 3 7. So these are the factors. Now we have to select two numbers from this in such a way that product sum should be 45. Otherwise, when we multiply all these numbers, we know we will get 324. So don't need to see the product. We have to see 45. So we'll see 3 3s are 9. 3 into 3 9. 9 into 4 36. And this 3 3s are, when you multiply, we will get 9. When we add 36 and 9, we will get 45. So we have to select, we cannot select directly. We have to select such a way that two number, when we add, we have to get the middle number, that is 45. So here 3 into 3 9, 9 into 4 it is 36. And these two number when we multiply, we got 9. 36 and 9 when we add, we will get 45. But we want minus 45. So both the sign we will put negative. That is minus 36 into, plus minus 9 is minus 45. When you multiply all these, 36 into 9 we will get 324. So now we will write x square minus 36x minus 9x plus 324 is equal to 0. Now from this x is common. X into x minus 36 minus 9 into x minus, here as minus and plus, one minus sign will be outside, here it will be minus, this will be 36. 3 into 3 9, 9 into 4 36, 36 into 9 is 324. So now x minus 9 in one bracket, x minus 36 in another bracket. So we got two factors. Each factor we will equate to 0. X minus 9 equals 0. Therefore x equals 9. And x minus 36 is equal to 0. X equals 36. Now we got two positive numbers for x. We started the sum with, let the number of marbles with John be x. So we can say that in this question, if the number of marbles with John is 9, number of marbles with Jeevanti will be 36. Otherwise, number of marbles with John will be 36. She is having 9 marbles. Next question. A cottage industry produces a certain number of toys in a day. The cost of production of each toy in rupees was found to be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. On a particular day, the total cost of production was rupees 750. We would like to find out the number of toys produced on that day. A cottage industry produced a certain number of toys in a day. So we will write, let the number of toys be, let the number of toys produced in a day be x, produced in a day be x. And it's given that the cost of production of each toy, cost of production of each toy, production of each toy is found to be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. 55 minus number of toys produced in a day is x. So 55 minus x. Next, on a particular day, the total cost of production was rupees 750. Total cost of production. Total cost of production. It is 750 rupees. 750. We should find the number of toys produced on that day. That means we have to find the value of x. So here number of toys produced in a day is x and the cost of production of one toy is 55 minus x. Total cost of production is rupees 750. Now as the number of toys producing in a day is x and the cost of production of one toy is 55 minus x, total cost of production, how can we write in terms of x and 55 minus x? For example, if there are 100 toys are producing in a day and cost of one toy, production of one toy is 50 rupees. This number 55 minus x is 50. Then what is the total cost? 100 into 50. For one toy, 50 rupees they will spend and there are 100 toys one day if they are producing. Total cost we can find by multiplying these two numbers. The same way, number of toys produced is x and the cost of production of one toy is 55 minus x. The total cost is x into 55 minus x. And they had given that total cost is 750 rupees. So these two we can equate. Therefore, x into 55 minus x is equal to 750 rupees. Both are cost. So now x into 55 is 55x minus x square minus 750 is equal to 0. Taken 750 to the left side. Now as x square term is negative, we will multiply throughout the equation by a negative sign and we will write in the standard form. Minus x square becomes plus x square. Here it is minus 55x and minus 750 will become plus 750. So it is already, now it is in the standard form with first term positive. Now product is 750 and sum is minus 55. So now we have to see which two number when you multiply we will get product 750 and sum is minus 55. So we will factorize 750. 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 0, again 5, 5 threes are 15, 30. Now you see we want to get 55 as sum. Product no need to see, only sum we will see. If 30 is one number, 5 into 5, 25. 30 plus 25 will get 55. So no need to do the further factorization. We'll stop the factorization. We want to get minus 55. So both the number we will write minus 30 and minus 25. So x square minus 30x minus 25x. 30 and 25 when you add we will get 55. Plus 750 is equal to 0. We will take common x into x minus 30 minus 25 into x minus 30. Sign will be correctly you have to write equal 0. Now x minus 25 into x minus 30 is equal to 0. Now each factor we will equate to 0. X minus 25 is equal to 0. Therefore x equals 25 and x minus 30 equals 0. Therefore x equals 30. So the question is how many toys are produced in a day? So we can consider as both the numbers are positive, we can say that 25 and 30 because if 25 toys are producing in a day, the cost of production of each toy will be 55 minus 25, we will get 30. And if the number of toys are, if we consider as 30, 55 minus 30, we will get it as 25. So both the number we can consider as the number of toys produced in a day. Third question, find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. We have to find two numbers whose sum is 27. So we will consider, let one number be x. sum of two numbers is 27 is given. Sum of two numbers is 27. So we will consider here one number be x. Let one number equals x. Therefore, the other number is 27 minus x. Because here we are using only one variable, so we are writing. When we do pair of linear equation chapter, or if that sum, related to that sum, if you want, we can consider two numbers as x and y. We can write x plus y is equal to 27. So if one number is x, other number y is equal to 27 minus x we can write. So here one number is x, other number is 27 minus x. Here we cannot use two letters, so only one letter. So those who are confusing like this, if you can't do like this, you can write sum of two number is 27. One number you take it as x or y, any variable, and other is you have to write in terms of x. So 27 minus x. So now find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. So product of these two numbers is 182. So x into 27 minus x is 182. So we will multiply x into 27, 27x minus x into x, x square is equal to 182. I'll take it to the left side, 182 equals 0. Now we will change correct order with the positive sign. Minus x square becomes plus x square minus 27x, and here it is plus 182 equals 0. Written in standard form with positive sign for the first step. So throughout we change the sign. Now product 182 and sum should be minus 27. So we'll factorize and see. 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2. Now we'll see 7 7 1s are 7, 21, 7 3s are 21. So 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2, 7 1s are 7, 21, so 7 3s are 21. So we want to get minus 27. So 13 is one number, 7 into 2 is 14, 14 and 13 when we add, we will get 27, but we want minus 27, so we will write it as x square minus 14x minus 13x. Both are negative. Plus 182 is equal to 0. So here x into x minus 14. Here as minus and plus, minus will take it outside. Minus 13 is outside. And x minus 14 equals 0. So x minus 13 into x minus 14 equals 0. Therefore, x minus 13 equals 0. X equals 13. X minus 14 equals 0. X equals 14. Therefore, the two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182 are 13 and 14. Next question. Find two consecutive positive integers, sum of whose square is 365. Find two consecutive positive integers. That last class we discussed a similar question. Two consecutive positive integers. So we will write let the two consecutive positive integers be x and x plus 1. Integers be x and x plus 1. X plus 1. If it is consecutive positive even integers means you have to write x and x plus 2. Because to get an even number 2 is an even number. To get the next even number 2 plus 2 is 4. So first even number is 2, next even number plus 2 we will get 4. So if we consider first even number is x, next even number will be x plus 2. Same case for odd numbers. First odd number is 1. To get the next odd number we will add plus 2. So x and x plus 2 are the consecutive positive even integers or odd integers. But consecutive integers means x and x plus 1. And sum of whose square is 365. Sum of whose square. So square we have to write x square plus x plus 1 the whole square is 365. So x square plus, here we will apply a plus b the whole square. A square plus 2 into a into b. 2 into x into 1, 2x plus b square. 1 square is 1 is equal to 365. X square plus x square, 2x square plus 2x plus 1 minus 365 is equal to 0. 2x square plus 2x minus 364 equals 0. So when we get such an equation, we should see that whether all the terms can be divisible by a common number, a common factor. Here 2, here also 2, here it's an even number. So throughout the equation we can divide it by 2 so that factorization will be easy. So when you divide 2 by 2, we will get here x square, here it is x, here 2 1s are 2, 16, 2 8s are 2 2s are. So 182 equal 0. So now quadratic equation is x square plus x minus 182 equal 0. Here product is minus 182, sum is plus 1. So we will factorize and see 182, here 2, again we will get 91, 7, 7 1 7 3, same number we will get like previous question. So here we will take 14 and 13, as we want plus 1, 1 is the number, we know that next number, that is consecutive number, 14 minus 13 is 1. So we can write it as x square plus 14x minus 13x. It will become 1x. Minus 182 equals 0. X into x plus 4, 14. Minus 13 into, here both the sign are minus. Common minus, take it outside. Inside the bracket it will be positive. So the factors are x minus 13 and x plus 14 equals 0. So each factor when you equate to 0, x minus 13 equals 0, therefore x equals plus 13, and x plus 14 equals 0, x equals minus 14 we will get. So as 14 is a negative number, we cannot consider negative 14 because we want positive integer. So we will consider the first positive integer is x, that is 13. Then what will be the next positive integer? That is x plus 1. 13 plus 1. It is 40. Therefore, the two positive consecutive positive integers are 13 and 14. That's all for today. Thank you, children.